Yo, what's going on, guys? Going to be showing you how to 1v9 on Malzahar and stomp your low elo games. Riot made his E execute minions when they're low on health, so he's that much easier to pull off and farm with, so you'll have a nice juicy gold advantage as you dump waves down your enemies' throats. This game's pretty crazy, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Oh man, they want to invade? Mal's level 1 isn't horrible because of his passive. This might actually be a kill, no way. That's sick. That is sick, man. First blood on Malz. It may not seem like a lot, but I'm thrilled to get first blood on Malz. That's awesome. Tier is a pretty good first purchase for Malzahar. If you do want to play with teleport, you want to start Sapphire, refill, and then get Lost Chapter as soon as possible. But this is fine too. Starting for D-Ring to Health Pot, you're going to be playing more aggressive early on, maybe looking for roams. I will say on Malzahar, your roams aren't the best, but I mean, it's damage. So that's why we have the Ghost Flash. What happens a lot on Malzahar is you'll shove wave, it's really boring, and then you can't get a kill. Your level 1's doo-doo feces, don't use your E too early. You really want level 2 to have your W to power shove. We don't want to stay on top of our minions. Now that the melees are below half health, we can toss our E and then auto in on them and get pretty much all of them. We're going to have to E again, but that's fine. I didn't want to miss those other minions, so it is what it is. It didn't cost us much mana either. So far, so good. We're getting every single last hit. Once again, level 1, we need to get these melees below half health so we can comfortably last hit them. We'll pop W here and let our little guy get in there. Your W does an insane amount of damage. It does 3 times the amount of damage against targets that have your E on it. Your Malefic Visions. So yeah, you definitely want to get your E down first before you W, or just make sure your W is out while your E's out. So in this case, we can even W first because it lasts for 8 seconds. Get our E down, and then they will charge whatever our E is on. Very nice. We can start to look to power shove here in a second. She's gonna have trouble matching our push here in a moment. I want to get the cannon, so I will put my Q on it. We'll let our W shove the wave. We don't want to stay on top of our minions because we don't want her to AoE us down on top of them. Because right now she's being forced to decide what she wants to focus. So we don't want to let her get a 2-for-1 combo deal. She keeps spreading the E onto her because she's standing near the minion that's about to die. That's good for us, but it's also bad because I want to roam. I don't really think we can kill her in lane without ignite or without level 6. On Malzahar, your all-in potential pre-6 is kind of bad. Just something to think about. Get my E down on that. Q is going to extend our E. It's going to completely refresh it. Our W is going to chomp the wave. Oh, this is a... I should have been there sooner. Definitely should have rotated there sooner. I'm just going to flash the wall. I don't feel like dying. It's fine. Really messy, but it's fine. We have an HP advantage. We blew both sums. It is what it is. Ari has double buffs. Go ahead and stay. Pop a potion. We need to get our health up. I was a little late on the rotation, but Ari was closer to it, to be fair. Getting a nice spread. We have a CS advantage. It's not easy to match Malzahar in CS, especially with his E buffs. Not easy at all. At this point, we can look for a roam. There's nothing to roam to, though, so we'll stay in lane. I would like to poke her so she loses the red buff healing. She's just not stepping up for it. Once you do have level 2, so you have your E and your W, you can start using your E even when the melees are full health, because your Ws will chunk it down so fast. Your Void Swarm. Extremely strong at shoving. And it's a cheap ability, only 40 mana compared to your Q's 80 or your E's 80 at this point. For how good your W is at pushing, it's really your best ability combined with your E for shoving. It's so cheap. With tier, we're not running out of mana at all. Plus, we have blue buff. I'm going to Q out. She's playing really aggro there. W should be able to push the wave. We get the spread there. Go ahead, use a Q to reset that. Put our E there. She has blue buff as well, so she's not really going to run out of mana. It is what it is. Zed's looking for a gank. He's not going to be able to find it. She hasn't backed yet. I want to keep her in lane for as long as possible. She does hit level 6 first somehow. Very unfortunate. She has more XP than us, one way or another. Happens. Drop our Q on that. It dies anyways. We have our level 6. And we are getting a lot of CS. They're trying to force down this dragon. There's a couple of them here. This is going to be a weird fight. I don't think we win this fight. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and mute all and focus. This is just not a good fight. Probably should have just stayed mid here, to be honest. Yep, that's my bad. I should have stayed mid. There's nothing to fight for there. They had more people, and they had more people there quicker. That is a hard fight to fight. We also have a Zed jungle versus Sejuani. It's clear which jungler is going to get more value in a team fight at this point in the game. Obviously, the Sejuani. Got that shoved in. At least Ahri misses some CS. She's staying bot side. I think that's a mistake. She hasn't reset yet, so maybe she doesn't want to come back mid, and she's playing off that tempo from Dragon. Go ahead and toss a Q on this, EW. And down it goes. Very nice. We're played up on her. We have 2 kills. Ghost is up. If you want to dump the wave really fast with your Q, you can stand off to the side since the minions come in the long ways. You can stand off to the side kind of like a Diana would to dump. Dump the wave nice and fast just like this. Get the whole thing pushing. Get our W down. Very nice. Awesome. Missed that one. Unfortunate. And your W's do tank the turret, so they are a good turret tanking tool when you're trying to get some plates. That's what makes Malz a viable split pusher. You usually don't want to split on though, since he's not the most mobile champion in the world. It's got a pretty high risk to it. If you do have Ghost, it becomes more viable. Generally in team fights, you do want to just team fight. You don't want to be on the split while a team fight's happening. All right, we can roam now. There's nothing to roam to. We'll get a ward down and keep her underneath turret. It's hard for a lot of mages to CS underneath turret. It's easier for 80 style champions because their auto attacks do more damage. They don't have to waste mana. We're sitting on a lot of gold here. I'll dump this wave and then look for the reset EW. We'll stand off to the side, pop it with the Q. Get the whole wave pushing. Got it. All right, time to reset. The only champion who can match Malzahar push is a level 6 Anivia. Outside of a level 6 Anivia, there's really nothing to match how fast you can push. Go for the W max last. Doesn't give very much per level. We can nearly get a full Leandries here. That's kind of crazy. I'll go ahead and pick up a Dark Seal if it'll let me. Get back to lane a little bit later than I would like. Took a while to buy that. The Ghost is extremely useful in team fights for kiting out with the Rhyolice. You can get a lot of value with it. Having teleport is nice in challenging matchups. This is not a challenging matchup though. Your hardest matchups are against champions who can play super aggro against you level 1 and pre-6. Ahri isn't really one of those type of champs. Plus our passive counters out her raw charm start of her combo pretty well. EWQ. And the wave is pushing. Hit the whole wave at once. There we go. Stand a little bit off to the side if you can afford to. I'm not sure where their jungler's at. It's making me a little nervous. Oops, that was an accident. Thanks to our passive, we only took 20 damage. It's got a pretty long cooldown though. I should have just roamed off that. That was my mistake. They got vision on me. I was about to. I was going to ghost once I was halfway there. We could have ganked that really easily with our EW. Since vision came from that side, I'll stand over here when I Q. Get this pushing. And now I'll look for the roam. I do think we can kill that. Oh no, it's control word. Never mind. Gotta break this first. Don't know where the sedge is either, so this is making me a little bit nervous. Flash goes. Looks like I'm gonna get charmed anyways. We are full HP. We got her underneath the turret. Ahri's dead. That's a double. Feels bad for them. They tried to force that super hard. I'm glad we had Ghost and Flash, or we definitely would have died there. I actually thought we were gonna die, but they don't have that much damage yet. That was a lot of value, and we're actually losing the game right now. They have 8-6. It's kind of funny. That's okay. Malzahar's a massive late game scaling beast, especially with this rune set. If you don't take Gathering Storm Absolute Focus, your scaling is going to be a little bit more questionable, but still solid. Alright, it's time to leave. No reason to overstay here. We can't get any more plates. If we stay for that one, we'll die. It's not worth. They're all likely to come mid, which is fine. You can't stop Malzahar from clearing mid. Even with Cannon Wave, it's really hard to get him away from turret, especially if his passive's up. You can't CC him, and you don't do much damage till you scrape it. Got some Dark Seal stacks, and we're ready to carry. We haven't been able to roam as much as I would like to. But, like I said, for team fights, multi-target fights, Ghost is pretty crazy because you get the extensions on kills and assists. So, it is what it is. We have so much mana. We're never going to run out at this point. There's no way to run out. Malzahar's a lot of fun. He's like a... He's a more... I don't want to say more dynamic version of Annie, but he's definitely a more fun version of Annie. I think he's actually more straightforward in a lot of ways. We have double her CS. I actually have double her CS edges coming mid. I gotta back up. Might be able to bait her out here. Yumi tries to get our passive, can't quite get it. EWQ here. Off to the side, bada boom, get the whole thing. Some fast push. I think they're on Dragon right now is what's going on. Couldn't get her with my E. She spaced it out with her auto. Malzahar E doesn't have that much range. It's like 550. Standard AD carry auto attack range. EW. Let's line up that Q. Got it shoved. I don't think there's much I can do in there in that fight. They're all full HP. Jinx is out of position. She's definitely going to die, but we might get turret here. We'll drop a W. And yeah, we get the turret. Sick. Well, turret lived with 8 health. Never mind. Close enough, though. We can just walk up and auto it if we really want to. Got Ghost ready. Looks like Kench is pulling off a solo there on the turret. Nearly. They're all kind of lingering near mid. It's making me nervous. I don't want to get ganked here. Okay, Caitlyn's staying bot now. We do have a sizable item advantage on Ahri. Might be able to kill her with an EWQR. It's possible. I don't know why Nautilus is even trying to fight them right now. Nice, got the turret finally. Put our E on this, steal some of her stuff. Oh, wait, why is Caitlyn here? All my stuff is on cooldown too, like I don't have anything. Guard with a QER, down she goes. I didn't have my ghost on, so I didn't get extensions, it's fine. I don't need extensions for now. It's good from the Nautilus. It's definitely easier to stay alive with Ghost Flash than it is Flash TP. Exhaust isn't horrible on Malzahar, but your passive is basically a free exhaust. Also, a big issue with exhaust is you have so much CC with your R, 2.5 second suppression, to where if you exhaust them and then you R them, it's completely wasted. You're not getting any value out of it. So typically mobility is better, so you can position, run people down, and kite them around your Rivalize, which is where Malzahar really shines. I'll just reset from here. We don't need to stick around. This doesn't make sense to fight for. We can get Rivalize, can Giga kite them out now. From this point, I'd say we'd go Archangel, Rabadon, Void Staff. It's a tricky thing on Malzahar. You have so many good items that a lot of the time it's tempting not to get Rabadon, when in reality it's one of your best items in the game. Your Q scaling, 55%, W, 20%, E, 80%, AP scaling, R, 80%. 80% scaling is kind of high. That's really, really good. That's why I'm saying Rabadon's is heavily overlooked on Mal's. We have 163 CS, nice. And we don't have TP either. I'll ghost for this. I need to get here fast. EWQ, we extend our E on the Sejuani. We're also extending it with our R. Extend it with our Q. Nice, nice, nice. We didn't get ghost extensions because she took forever to die, but at least we didn't die, right? Definitely don't want to die and give up 1,000 shutdown gold. Why do we have 1,000 shutdown gold when they're ahead 14 to 9 kills? That's kind of absurd. Oh, I'm dead now. Oh, I just bled away so much gold now. Oh, I got autoed a minion on accident. I was going to die, though. That was my bad. I got hit by the Mord pull. I positioned really greedy there. You gotta remember, Mal's E, short AF. Really short range. Your auto attacks on Mal's a measly 500. Every 80 carrying the game is roughly 550 to 650. So 500, not great. I think any auto range is around 600 to 625. So your E somewhere around 550. If you can reach someone with your E, if they have a mid or long range ability, odds are they can reach you. And that's what happened with the Mord. We needed to walk towards them like we were going to E and then just fake it out. Now we gave up all that gold. I'll push for mesh here. I think we can get our stacks back for sure against their team. I believe so. Their team hasn't necessarily CS very well. We have the most CS in the game by a decent margin. Easy. EWQR. She'll die. Once again, your Q and your R refresh your E's duration. So Kaylin didn't lay her trap. She's doing no damage to us too. We have a decent amount of HP with the Rylai's and D-Ring. We're kind of tanky for now until she has some real items. I kind of want to stay and shove. I can kite this guy out super hard. Kench is blocking me a little bit. Tried to snipe him with a Q to get the slow. Couldn't quite get it. I have my passive on. I'm not scared of him at all. His R might be up. I don't care. Yep, it is. I mistimed it a little bit. Jinx gets the shutdown though. Ari's out of mana. I don't know what she's doing. She can't fight me at all. Silence doesn't stop Yuumi from attaching. That's kind of lame. That should stop it. Come on now. Silence is such a weak CC. We landed Q on her mid dash. Rip. Ghost is coming up. We're low HP. I'd probably just reset here. R's coming up as well. Maybe we could stay in bait. Passive up, ghost up. It's doable. Very doable. Nice. 185 CS. EWQR. There I led in with Q. I thought she was going to keep walking forward. I wanted to silence her before she could jump back as I cast my E. Just in case her R's up, which it probably is. Cast W. We need to get our little guys up here to tank turret. The enemies are playing super heavy for kills. Super, super heavy. Auto attack into the R. She's dead, 100%. I snuck in an extra auto or two while she was silenced from the Q. We had a QEW on her. Getting those extra little autos. What the heck am I looking at? Maybe I should ghost for this. Oh my goodness, this guy's chunking me. Well, he dies for it at least. We do get the shutdown on him, and we get 4 mesh stack back as he takes 10 from us. It's not horrible, but wow, he's chunking us so hard. Whew. Boy, oh boy. Well, we have even more HP now. It's time to go for Rabadon, though. Rabadon or Zhonya's, I think. Zhonya's would actually be decent. Cosmic wouldn't be bad either with this type of build. It'd be giving us essentially 100 AP and an extra 10% movement speed as long as we're in combat. The only way they have of killing me is my passive down and Mord R's me. Outside of that, if Ari dashes into me, tries to charm, she won't be able to hit it. She'll have to
have such a time gap to where I can threaten a kill on her really hard. EWQR. The Rylai's turns your E into a 5-second slow. Because your E lasts 4 seconds, Rylai's is a second 30% slow, so right as your E ends, it'll be an extra second of 30% slow. Just gotta stay alive and kite. Kite like the wind. EWQ. Oh, I didn't reach him with my R. He's slightly out of my range there. This sucks. If I got him with R, he might have actually died. She actually got me there with her thing. She's dead though. QER. Down she goes. I need to get a silence on this guy into an E. He actually got off his stupid R. That hit me? Oh my goodness. That... Oh, I gave it to him, dude. It gave him that Q even though I was off to the side. Oh my goodness. Yeah, more than an issue for sure. There's no way for us to outplay his R whatsoever. He hits us with R and then we die. He has Rylai's as well, so we're slowed. This game's still winnable, honestly. Even with what we have, it's winnable. It's just harder than it needs to be, for sure. They're only going to scale so well. We have a really, really good comp, I think. Jinx outscales the Caitlyn. Kench, in a lot of ways, outscales the Mord. If worse comes to worse, we can get a QSS. I don't think it'll come to that. If I just keep my R up, there's nothing Mord can do against us. By the time he gets to us inside of his R, I R him, then I come out of his R, and then he dies, so... I could just hold my R until he uses his on somebody. It's always an option. I'll Ghost for this. Ahri misses her charm because I'm on Ghost. Trying to kite out this edge. It's not easy, though. Oh my gosh. Oh, what are you gonna do, Ahri? What are you gonna do, buddy? Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when Mouse comes for you? Our voidlings are blocking the charm option. That's hilarious. We got the mesh back. I'm glad I didn't sell it. I was really considering it because we were getting pwned by Mord so hard. Super glad we didn't sell it. That would have been tragic in hindsight. Only one alive right now is Mord. We can shred this super fast. Demonic is definitely strong on Malz. It's just this game we've had so much gold, it hasn't made sense to go for quite yet. And by no means is it absolutely 100% necessary. By no means. It would definitely be good though. That's for sure. The reason why it's not necessary is your AP scalings are so high on Malzahar at 80%, 80%. I mean, those alone justify Rabadon's in my opinion. Plus, another reason, Demonic's been nerfed for range champs, guys. This is a relatively recent change. It's at 0.8%. That's huge. Compared to 1.8 for melee, it's half as strong on range champs as it is on melee. Crazy. That's why I'm saying it's not absolutely mandatory like it used to be. Now it's just like, if you don't have a mesh, or if you're not going Rabadon build, then you probably want Demonic. Especially if they have tanks, which they do, to be fair. We get a word right there. We're chilling. I don't have Ghost, don't have Flash. I need teammates in front of me. And a lot of these fights, we don't really have a teammate in front of us. Nice. Dragon's not up. We've gotten 2 dragons in a row. It's going to make Kench really tanky. The more armor and magic resist you have, the more the Earth Dragons give you. They don't really want a team fight. It's weird. They're kind of split pushing a bit. Kind of want to grab this. Extend our E. The whole thing should die from that. I don't know why we're even fighting over here. There's nothing over here. There's no dragon. There's nothing. I can just stay mid, push, break vision, push, break vision. You don't want to sit in one spot for too long if your teammates aren't there. That's how you end up getting picked. Sejuani's deep, deep, deep in the jungle. She went, oh wow. She accidentally hit the Baron there. Hit with the QE. Pop her with the R. I canceled my R because I don't want to die to the RA charm. Pop her with the E. I get ghost extensions. I'll pop W. Wait, I'm getting hit by Baron right now. That's not good. Got him with the EQ. Pop our W out. It's at least blocking net from Caitlyn. Got Caitlyn with the EQ. She's dead. Yumi's gonna die here. Ooh, at least I thought so. Got him with E. Couldn't get him with Q. I'm gonna run Yumers down here. Where the fudge did Yumi go, though? I have a feeling we ran past her, to be honest. So I'm saying, man, Malzahar in team fights with a ghost is gnarly. You can kite people out super, 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 super hard. It's time for Rabadon. I'll unmute at this point, but I'm not unmuting pings. People are a little too aggressive with their pings. Especially when they're pinging the wrong thing. It really throws off train of thought. Our damage output's insane. 1 EQ, we can kill their AD carry. It's super high. We went Rabadon. Well, we didn't have Rabadon yet, but we did have Mesh somewhat stacked. And we're got a level lead because we CS'd well. 242, 27-minute mark. Could obviously be higher. We've been dying a lot in the mid game though. Don't have Ghost up. This next fight won't be ideal. I'll have to position slightly safer. Sejuani was tanking the Baron. Her passive was off as well since she'd already taken damage from Baron before I engaged on it. That's why I R'd her. I canceled R to avoid the RE charm because my passive was off. So we don't want to eat a RE charm without having passive. We don't have any tenacity. We don't know what's over here. We don't have any vision. EWQR, and she is gonna get plastered. Have no clue why Kench swallowed that. Got him silenced with a Q. It'd be nice if I could move though. That'd be sick. He does kill us, but he dies for it. I'd argue worth, because if Jinx is allowed to be unmolested, unbothered by the enemies, she can pop off and get her reset. So it is what it is. Really tempting to build a QSS, but the second I build QSS, he's going to R somebody else. Plus QSS unfairly doesn't build into any magic damage items. It's only a bruiser or AD carry item. So I don't need crit and I don't need AD. Unfortunately, there's no viable AD Malzahar builds like there used to be back in Season 5. Back when there were Challenger Malzahar junglers. Man and Moon on-hit builds. Looks like we do get dragons. Sick. 3 dragons is going to make Kenshi and Nautilus tanky boys. At this point, we're full build, man. We are full build, and we're still scaling Absolute Focus Gathering Storm. These runes are OP if you play at an elo or a region where games last 30 minutes or longer, because you get so much free gold out of them. I mean, we're getting 50 free gold. That's over 900 gold value. Plus, when you combine that with Rabadon value, it's realistically more than 900 gold value. They haven't started it yet. They're just baiting in a brush somewhere. It'd be really dangerous for them to start it. We have 3 Earth Drags. My front line is tanky AF. My front line has 27% more armor and magic resist. It's a lot when you consider they've already built so much of it. Spread my malefic visions, baby. It almost went on the Caitlyn. Would have chunked her hard. My E is doing 860 damage, not including the Leandries on top of it.
I'll ghost for this. I have zero vision though. E into R, and he is dead. Well, now he's dead. I get ghost extensions as well. We can kite this out. We get the E extension off of hitting her with Q. And I step on trap, wasting my ghost extension. Sick. Flash for that. Oh, I can't get her. For some reason, she has R extensions. She must have gotten a killer assist on the Zed. Down she goes. It's a quadra. Oh, it's a penta, baby! Ow! Whoa! Oh, yeah. Malz is balanced, dude. His damage is balanced. The CC from the Rylai's is balanced. Yumi was trying to take the penta away. Now, what a game. What a fun game. Let's look at the graphs. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we had the most in the game. Very nice at 43,000. Second highest was more at 31,000. Looking at damage taken, we had taken 19k, fairly middle of the pack. Surprised we took almost as much as the Nautilus. For self-mitigated, I assume it's going to be very high. Yeah, pretty high. Holy moly, yeah, Kench tanked a lot. For runes, ultra high value. I really, really love Absolute Focus Gathering Storm. It gives you more of an excuse to go for Rabadon and not have to build Demonic, since Demonic's been nerfed for ranged champions. Feels awesome. The burst is insane. I like this build a lot. I hope you guys give it a try. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is King Sticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.